Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Talisman, 4th edition. As you can see, we got our first expansion board here. It's the Highlands, and of course a Highlander went into the Highlands. He's got the advantage here that there are some hills where he can draw 2 cards each time. The other characters, well, the Warlock is doing really good. He has a very strong craft of 6, and he's in the middle region, where he might try to take some quests here of the Warlock's Cave, which would allow him, instead of taking a Talisman, to search the purchase deck, I think. That is, whenever you complete a Warlock quest, you may take 1 card of your choice from the purchase deck for free instead of gaining a Talisman. So that could be an interesting thing, and we might want to do that. Okay, so we start again with the Warlock. Let me see if he wants to... No, there is no spell that he can now do, but he could discard that object. So, yeah, I guess that's what he's gonna do. I'm just asking myself if he can do his normal turn, then discard the object, and be teleported to the Warlock and gain his reward, or this is kind of his turn. I gotta check that. Okay, so actually I didn't know that. I checked in the rules and it says clearly that you have to complete your quest as soon as possible. So for example, now if I had only good magic objects, I have to give away 1 anyway. I could not wait until I find one which is not that useful. So I have to do it right now. I have to discard a magic object, and I will discard the Orb of Destiny, I guess. And yeah, so that goes away. And then I'm teleported to the Warlock's Cave. Yeah. And I can gain now a Talisman, or I could search the purchase deck. But I think it's a... I think a Talisman is definitely a useful thing. So I guess I will take the Talisman. Just wondering where it is, actually. Ah, my Talismans are gone. Well, I gotta look for my Talismans. Okay, here they are. So this is now my Talisman. You may only enter the Valley of Fire if you have one of the fabled talismans. Okay, very good. So now he has that object, and well, actually I wonder if he simply can carry on and try to get another quest now that he's back here. Damn, another thing to check. Just give me a break. This is a little more complicated than I thought first. Where is it? Yeah, we got that here. Okay. And lands on the Warlock Cave again. He may choose to go on another quest. Okay, yeah, that's possible. So I will do this. I will draw another quest card. These are actually these quests here. And let's see what that is. It says lose 1 life. Okay. You may only lose 1 life to complete this quest if you currently have at least 2 life. Okay, we have 4 life, so this is something we can do. For what you ask, there can be but one price. Bear your arm before my knife. If you wish to have this talisman, then I will have your blood. Okay, I guess that is fine. So, I got to lose a life. That is now not a choice, I have to do it. And I can choose now an item from the item deck. Okay, so I can choose a card. It doesn't have to be an item actually. And because there is in one of the fan-made expansions, they add one single horse and cart to the market deck, and I will take that, of course, because it allows me to carry 8 extra objects. So that's definitely a great card. That's a follower now. And then I don't see any reason why not take another quest. And that says, visit the tavern. Searched every sacred shrine. Have you? Scrutinized every ancient place and found no hint of the talisman? Fool! It hides within a crowd. The talisman wishes to dwell in a place of life, camaraderie and laughter. Within the tavern, look closely at the ornament above the door. Then you will have what you seek. I'm wondering if we can see the door from here. It would be fun. It doesn't look like that. Okay, so that's his quest now. He has to go to the tavern. Back from the inner region, but I think that's fine. So that was quite a long turn for the Warlock, and now it's the Highlander again. He's got a 4, so he might move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the hills, which is probably a good idea. 1, 2, here are also hills. Well, there is the owl. This is not bad. Draw 1 card, draw 2 cards. Yeah. During movement you may move any number of spaces up to your die roll. That is definitely not bad. Yeah. Okay, I think I will go back to the Sage Owl, and I'm then allowed to draw a second card because of this special ability of mine. And that is now a rune gate. Okay. So, and here we have now this that other special house rule of mine. This card would allow me first to move to any other rune gate or any runes space. So that's the basic meaning of that card. But I could also move through the gate and roll a die and see on which expansion I might land. So, but I will not do this. I will stay here, try to fight my way through the highlands. I think that is the most promising place to be now. So the rune gate stays now here until someone walks through. And now it's the Dark Cultist. And that is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be the woods. 1, 2, 3. Or I think I go here into the ruins because that allows me to draw 2 cards. Okay. That is not bad. First it's a shield. If If you are defeated in battle and just lose a life, roll 1 die. If you roll a 5 or 6, the shield protected you and you did not lose that life, though you still lose the battle. Okay. And then it's a Jenny. A Jenny has 3 spells. Take them from the spell deck, look at them, and place on that card. The Jenny will cast the spells whenever you wish. Treat the spells as though you had cast them. The Jenny spirits off to the discard pile when the last spell is cast. Well, that's not bad. So let's draw 3 spells. Let's hope for the best here. She has to... She has to come a little closer. I think she is a little behind the others. So that is increased craft. That sounds good. Cast this spell as psychic combat is about to take place. It may be cast on yourself, another player, or an enemy. When cast, it increases the target's craft by 3 for the duration of the combat only. Well, not bad. Destruction. Cast at the start of your turn or when you have just completed your move. Remove any face-up adventure card from the board and place it on the discard pile. Okay. And that is speed. Looks definitely funny. Cast on yourself after you have rolled a die for your move. Roll 1 additional die and add the results together to make your movement roll. Well, okay, but not the best spells, I guess. Fine. So now it's the Warlock again, and he has to go to the tavern. Well, that's a 1. Okay, so he goes to the runes and draws a card here. And if he meets a monster, we have to add 2 to the attack rolls of the monster. So let's see. Yes. We have a Stormcaller here. That's a pretty ridiculous guy. If you have any armor, you lose 1 life before fighting the Stormcaller. He will remain here until he is killed. Well, we don't have any armor. And he will be killed pretty soon, that's for sure. So, okay, I got a craft of 5, 8 with the Shadow Dagger, and 6, 9, 11 with the Wolf Slayer, because we have Night, and this guy has a craft of 3 at night, so we don't even have to roll here. And that gives us then an additional craft. We can trade these 8 points for 1 more craft. So this guy is pretty powerful. And now we have to roll here for the Grim Reaper, because I rolled a 1 for movement. And actually the Dark Cultist is once again in reach. So, well, let's see. That's a 6. So this time there is no danger. And, okay, I think I'll move here. On that space. And nothing happens. So now it's the Highlander again, and he can use the Sage Owl. Ask her for advice, probably. And he rolls a die and can move up to that many spaces. So that's a 4. So I guess he will he will move here to the ravine. 1, 2, 3. And draw 2 cards. We could also move to the hills, but yeah, I think the ravine is fine. So he draws 2 cards here. And, well, first we have an event. That is the Irie Vanguard. So first it means we have to flip the card to daytime and then take the top 3 cards from the Highland deck without looking at them or changing their order and place them on top of the adventure deck. Then discard this card. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we're not allowed to change the order. It's not so easy to do this with one hand and without looking, but it worked. Okay. And then we got the Ice Scepter. Okay. And that says, Trinket, if you defeat a character in battle or psychic combat and choose to take a life, the character must also miss his next turn. Okay. Trinket is also a new concept in this 4th edition. This is kind of an object, but it doesn't count as an object against your carrying limit. So you can have now 4 objects, and you can also have, in addition, 4 trinkets. So that is the Highlander. And that is then a trinket, but he also has horse and cart, a porter. So it's doing fine. And again, the Dark Cultist. And that's a 2. Well, she moves to the tavern once again and rolls a die. That's a 5. So again, she meets this magician, and this guy really seems to like her. So again, says, well, I can teleport you somewhere on this outer region. And this time I think I make it a little more clever. I think I will be teleported here to the ruins, take his offer, because then I'm allowed to draw 2 cards. I didn't do it the last time, which might have been an error. Okay. So, Warlock. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here to the hills. Yeah. And he's got to draw a card. And remember now, the adventure cards are Highland cards because of this Irie Vanguard. So we'll now meet a Shiver Nymph, and that is just a poor victim for the mighty warlord. With a craft of 2, Warlock. Of course it's a warlock. A mischievous Shiver Nymph is frolicking this area. If your craft is higher than 2, the Shiver Nymph will flee 1 space counterclockwise instead of fighting you. That's definitely a good idea. Okay, so counterclockwise will be then here into the Hidden Valley. And the Highlander again. That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So again, he manages to get onto some hills, which allows him to draw 2 cards. Okay. So again a Sky Seeker. This is not so easy for him with a craft of 2. But again, this guy has only a craft of 1 because of the daytime. So yeah, let's hope here for the best. Sky Seeker attacks. Oh, that's a 6. That's tough. I think about discarding that lucky charm. Oh, okay, So, okay, I need a 5 to do a... I need a 5 to do a draw, and to kill him I would need a 6. Damn. I don't know. I mean, that lucky charm is really great. I could use this maybe later on in the game. That might be a really, really good one then. On the other hand, if I lose now a life point, I will also lose the Warhorse, which is pretty cool. Actually, I don't want to lose that. So I think I will give away the lucky charm for now. That's a little painful. And then I can choose which result I want on the die. So, yeah. I want a 6, and then I can kill the Sky Seeker. And I gain another a trophy of 2. And then we have here, that is a flight potion. Trinket. You may discard this potion instead of rolling the die for your movement to move to any other space in the same region. Why not? Okay. Fine. So now it's the dark cultist, and she's allowed now to move here. Takes the offer of the wizard, and she moves to the ruins. Well, I'm thinking about fighting the unicorn actually. She has a 4, which is definitely not enough. Then she has the dagger. Well, it could be interesting. I mean, she has that increased craft thing, which would give her 3 additional for the combat. That is definitely not bad. Still, it's risky. Well, I think she will try that. Why not? Yeah, I think I will go here and fight the unicorn, the black unicorn. So the unicorn has now a strength of 6, which is good. It's not that strong. And I have that dagger. So that gives me 1 additional. So I have a craft of 4. And then I use this spell, or the Jenny uses this spell. The increase craft spell. Cast this spell as psychic combat is about to take place. And that gives me 3 additional. And by the way, this is also a fan-made card, so just looks just great, as you can see. And yeah, let's hope for the best now. So the unicorn attacks 6 plus. Oh, that's tough. That's an 11. That was unlucky. So, well, still I might be able to do this. I have a, okay, I got a 5 actually, plus 3. So, I got an 8. Yeah. Okay. So I need a 4 to defeat the unicorn and take it then as a follower. Come on. Yes, yes, I did that. That is absolutely awesome. So I can now take the unicorn. And in this case, well, it says kill 1 monster. So you normally you can say, okay, now I'm teleported back here, but actually I didn't kill that monster. It's still alive because I take it as a follower. So I think, yeah, this thing is now simply a follower and I didn't kill anyone. But I can now add 1 to my strength and 1 to my craft. So that's very good now. Very strong follower. That was worth the spell, I guess, but it was close. Okay, let's see what the warlock can do. Well, he's got a 3, so that would be the graveyard, which is definitely not that good. So I think to 3, chapel is also not exactly interesting. Yeah, whatever. So he moves to the graveyard and he's neutral. So he could pay gold to replenish his fate, but he has his full fate, so there is no reason to do that. And the Highlander. That is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will allow him to move back to the hills and draw 2 more cards. Here we go. Okay, and that is an event. That is Gold Pit. So first, we have again Night now. And then it says, you are immediately teleported to the Gold Pit. In the Gold Pit, you may roll 2 dice, but you must take the one with the higher result. Okay, so this is now interesting, because this is another expansion actually. This is now one of the unofficial fan-made expansions. And by the way, that would have been a winged stalker, which would have probably killed us anyway, but the event comes first. So the stalker stays here, I guess. And yeah. So the Gold Pit is actually in the Dark Lands. So let's get this board and all the cards and all the stuff. Well, actually I think that's a pretty good cliffhanger. So I load this up here. That gives me enough time to set up the expansion, and yeah. So hope to see you in my next video, and until then, bye.